The human heart is a strange vessel. Love and hatred can exist side by side. On a bright Thursday morning, love won, and I was born into a universe of endless possibilities. I have lived a privileged life, not because I was born in a palace or I was chauffeured around in fancy German cars, but because my parents gave me a life full of significance, value, and love. As I've grown older, I have learned to be kinder to people. I grew up with a condition called hyperhidrosis. In layman's language, this means that I sweat excessively on the palms of my hands and soles of my feet. You might ask, how is that a condition? Don't we all sweat at some point in life? Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a tap of water that just won't turn off. Simple routine like handshaking, using the good old smartphone, or just getting my biometrics registered is an extreme sport for me. I remember back in high school, a guy I had crushed on for the longest time reached out his hand to hold mine and then violently pulled away and ran like I'd seen a ghost. The guy thought that I was just not into him. I just didn't have the guts to tell him, really, it's not you, it's me. It's not until I went for therapy that I was able to be comfortable in my own skin and manage my hyperhidrosis. Charles Handy, an Irish author and philosopher, put it quite beautifully. To be comfortable in your own skin is the beginning of strength. And I am growing stronger every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone around you is going through a battle you have no idea about. Can you stand and be counted as being kinder to the people around you? Ernest Hemingway, an American journalist, once said, "There's nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self." I am a firm believer of self-improvement. That has always been a constant theme in my life. I completed my undergraduate studies a couple of years ago. That was not the end for me. I enrolled and completed my master's. Yep, you guessed it. That is still not the end for me, as I now have my eye on that PhD. I have not left my physical improvement behind. I am a fitness enthusiast and a runner. For anyone who would like to start the running journey, I have some advice for you. Run the first thing in the morning. Before your brain figures out what the hell you're doing, it will be too late to back out. In the spirit of self-improvement, I decided to join Toastmasters to become a better communicator and to sharpen my leadership skills. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, it took a toll on me as a human resource practitioner, as I had to handle a never-seen-before crisis while ensuring smooth operations in the company I am in. We'll have had prescient that remote working would have been the modus operandi. I learned that the most valuable skill you need to have in the workplace is agility. Fellow Toastmasters, the human heart may have love and hatred existing side by side. On this day, I chose love, and I chose to love and experience my Toastmasters journey with each and every one of you. Mr. Toastmaster?
I believe this is a great start to your Toastmasters journey. We now know that you are a HR practitioner, that you believe in self-improvement, and that is why you joined Toastmasters, that you excelled in academics up to the level of masters and would wish to pursue a PhD at some point. And we also know that you once overcame a challenge, a health challenge, a condition called hyperhidrosis. I hope I've pronounced it right. From my observation, Elizabeth, you excelled in the following areas. You were confident. I could see you are at ease with the audience. You maintained good eye contact. You smiled, and you are generally relaxed. In terms of clarity, you were round, clear, and audible, and you made good use. You spoke good English. Vocal variety, I observed that you varied your tone appropriately, depending on the emotional situations that you are narrating to us. I liked your use of gestures. You managed your hands very well as you're speaking. You used 2 quotes, which is very commendable. Your camera setting and lighting was very, very good, and we were able to see you very well. And time management was very, very good. You are within the time you had been allocated. Now, Elizabeth, from my observation, you may want to work on the following areas. The structure of your speech. I noticed your introduction was good. You were able to catch our attention. However, I noticed that the body, the content of the body was a bit jumbled up here, from the part on health challenge to career to academics. It didn't flow very well. You may need to consider having a preview of your body and then letting the content of the body flow very well. On the conclusion, you had a good speech, but I felt that you didn't finish with a punch. So you may also need to work on that so that you leave your audience on a high. In conclusion, Elizabeth, keep up the good delivery. Your delivery was very good as you work on the structure of your speech. With this good start, Elizabeth, I believe that you are going to excel as a Toastmaster, and I recommend that you proceed to your next project. Back to you, Mr. TMOD.